Welcome back to depression-youarenotalone.com. I am Shannon. To my right is Lou, and John is over there.
I am?
Oh, he's somewhere. All right.
I got to drink a little caffeine because my cat decided he was going to sleep up against my face all night long and constantly roll around and purr and put his paw on my face and this and that, and I'm the idiot that doesn't just push him off the
Well, I said, if you're not sleeping, just move. You don't have to push him, just move him.
Don't you just hate waking up with a face full of cat?
I like
I've got
having
two cats
animals.
that have to put their paws on my face, and I wake up to that. And they also like to
But the nails?
pop their nails out because that feels great. Nails on your face.
Well, they have to sharpen them somehow.
Today we did an episode recently here on Rideshare. So this is Rideshare 2. I had mentioned, for those who haven't seen it, you can go back and watch it, about my experience doing Rideshare for a few weeks. Different types of people, how I got to the point of predicting how they were going to be, if they were going to be friendly, if they weren't, if they were going to tip, if they weren't, all of that. I want to talk about a few different things now. The awesome people that I met, and you know those, the ones, there's a big difference with those that, for example, with young people, I said young people tend to be the worst as far as being friendly, whatever, interacting with you, right? You can tell they don't have social skills. They're uncomfortable, they don't want to talk, they rather put their earplugs in, not have to talk to you.
Yeah, because their phone is their whole world.
And a lot of them are on the phone while they're sitting in the back seat of the car. I even had one that was blasting rap, blasting it. And every other word started with an F or an N in that rap song.
Oh, the good socially redeeming rap.
Yes. And you know what I did? Nothing. I just
There's nothing
let it
to
go.
do.
I even turned the radio down. I had the radio in the car, keep it low. I turned it down so they can hear it. Because like I said, to do a test, you have to not give the rider any reason to complain, right? You
Yeah.
do everything right, treat everyone the same, be polite to everyone across the board, no matter whether they're friendly to you or not. That way you can get a real reaction, a real measure of how people are based on their ages and genders or whatever. But I had a few people that were so awesome. I'd open the window to confirm their name, and they would say, "Hey, can I sit in the front with you?"
Yeah,
I already knew. This person, we're going to talk. It could be a 15-minute ride. Guess what? It felt like it was 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you're talking. You're two human beings sitting in a box with four wheels, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you can sit there, you don't know each other, you just met, and hey, how long have you lived here? Hey, this and that, to where I swear to God, a 15-minute ride felt like it was 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The value of having some social skills and talking to one another, interacting with one another.
it's nice.
I've had people talk to me about, I had one young lady, super nice young lady. I picked her up at the emergency room in a hospital over by your house. And she was very upset that she was going through something and she didn't have support. And she was saying how she is always there for everyone, and here she is, and no one's there for her. And I told her, you know what? You're an empath, I told her. That's who you are, and don't ever change.
Yeah.
I said, don't ever change. And you probably won't, it's who you are. And yes, you're going to have people in your life that you care more. You care when they need you, and when you need them, they're not there for you. It'll happen the rest of your life, But it says something about you, I told her. A great young lady. And the young ladies, as I mentioned, sorry young ladies, are the ones that tend to be the least social and the least friendly.
Yeah.
Sorry. The young men, much better, and I even said, the politest of all were young black men. I said it, and I'll say it again because it's a pattern. Patterns matter. They matter. There's another thing. I swear, when you try things, you experience things. When you don't try things, you don't know, right? I we're not going to talk about politics, but we're going to bring this up. When Donald Trump was running for president, remember he said, our roads are falling apart, our airports are falling apart. Remember he said all that?
He was right.
He was right, because you know what? Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to preface it with this. I'm not speaking about Wisconsin or North Dakota or South Carolina. I can only speak of here. Our roads here in South Florida
Are falling apart.
a disaster. A disaster. There are low-income areas in, for example, in Miami, where the potholes are so big, when you drive through there, the first thing you say to yourself is, I need to have my alignment done. I've screwed up the alignment on my car because the roads are so bad. And then there are areas in Boca Raton and West Palm Beach and Delray Beach, for those who don't know. Those are high-end areas. The roads are just as bad in some places. They're horrible. It's the richest country in the world. And the roads
They
are
got crappy
horrible.
roads.
And then when they fix the roads, in some areas where they're patched and fixed, you're probably better off leaving them the way they were, because you guys don't even know how to fix the rods. What's going on here, man?
I had a pothole
What is
by
going
my
on?
cross street. They patched it, they left one big lump of tar. A couple of weeks later, that lump of tar was gone, the pothole was back. They fixed it 3 times.
Yeah.
I see these construction zones. Now, this is just driving around in my area. First place, they have barricades everywhere, right? It's down to one lane, holding up traffic everywhere. You see a bunch of workers, they're standing around talking, so you think, okay, maybe they're just figuring out what they're going to do. 2 months later, you drive down that street, it's still the barricades, and they're still standing around talking.
Yeah.
And nothing is done. Nothing is done. So the point I'm trying to make is, when you try things, you learn things. Now, there's be someone who never did rideshare, who's going to disagree with me because they don't like what I said. But I experienced it.
Yeah.
You didn't. You just want to be offended by something. I am not trying to offend anyone. I'm just stating facts from patterns. When I see our roads that are a disaster, when I see schools, I've seen some schools that, I'm not going to lie to you, they look pretty good. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
And I've seen schools that,
But
my God, man, this is the United States of America. Some of these schools, you got to be kidding me.
the county took out an $800 million bond issue for the schools. I don't even think they've done 2% of what they were supposed to do. This is going back years.
I'm going to say this too. I've seen some fire stations.
Oh, they're exquisite, some of them.
Oh, they're like palaces.
Some of them are exquisite.
Give me a break. For the firefighters, they'd be like, hey, screw you. Oh, because you work there. Okay, great. It's taxpayer money that's paying for that. Some places that are just over the top ridiculous. I'm sorry, man. Over the top ridiculous. But then 5 minutes later, you see a school, a public school, that's falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, leaky roofs is a
You
big
had
one.
money for that palace. I saw one fire station that was so modern, it looked like something from the future.
Yeah.
I even looked at the building. I'm like,
We have a
what
lot
the
of
hell
beautiful
is that?
things.
I didn't even know what it was. And then when I passed it, I saw the fire trucks on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticking
They're
out of the
very
garage.
Clean
Yeah. And I'm saying, okay, over the top spending money,
Yeah.
over the top spending money, and I just drove by a public school that was falling apart.
Yeah.
How about priorities?
Well, education is not a priority in this
How
state.
about priorities? You know what's wonderful about doing this, doing these podcasts, and I would say to anyone, you want to do podcasts? I'll tell you right now, you're going to have people pissed off at you. It just goes with the territory, right? But no one will ever deny me the right to say what I'm saying because I experience things. I've always said this. It's easy to just say things, just talk about things, right? Or complain about things. But I think it's much different when you have examples.
Yeah, the examples and the experience, yeah.
When you meet someone who doesn't treat you right and you say, all people suck. No, that one person did. When you say all people this age are this, or all people that race or that. No, people are people. When you can establish patterns, when you research then that gives you some credibility. When you want to get offended over everything,
Yeah.
I think Google just put out a list of words you're not allowed to say.
That was
Can't
just
say anymore.
absolutely
And
absurd.
one of them is, what is it? You guys?
You guys.
Can't say you guys anymore. I don't know who decided this. Who decides this? And then you know what? Stress. Stress. And then if someone says something that to them, I've said you guys my whole life. How dare you say that? Now conflict.
Yeah.
Right? Conflict. How dare you say that?
There was a slew of them that were just absolutely obnoxious.
It's not just Google, but
That was just
Facebook.
No, but that was the list Google.
No, that was the
and,
list.
and a bunch of
Google.
other
We
ones.
heard it on the radio.
Yeah, it was. That's obnoxious. That's just.
I have the luxury, I guess, maybe because of my age too, which I don't give a damn. And I treat people with respect. I have gay friends, black friends, lesbian friends.
All different kinds.
All different kinds. So I have a clear conscience when if I say something I think is wrong, I can just say it. And if there's a 19 or 20-year-old that's the conscience of social media that wants to attack me, good luck with that. Good luck on getting my attention, because I really can give a rat's ass. Because you know what? There are important things in life. To me, important things in life are getting through our lives the best we can, helping one another, getting through struggles, getting through battles, and survive and do the best we can. Help one another out. That's what's important. Not dipshits that want to attack people.
That want to go
And if this-
afterwards. You are.
Yes.
Well, you got these dipshits.
And I now decided what you're not allowed to say. I decided this now. You can't say this now. I decided that. I decided.
Yeah, these
I had a
dipshits.
meeting with God, and we came up with that.
These dipshits with no life experience telling others how to run their lives. What's okay, what's not okay.
We're shrinking our world of rules that people make up.
Yeah.
Creates stress. Creates division in people. Division in people is what it creates.
Which a lot of people want that.
For you, 19, 20-year-old D-bag that decided now you can't say this, you can't say that, you're probably an asshole. And you probably don't treat people right. Here's another experience that I'll give you folks, which absolutely, I'm a father of 3 girls. It bothers me that I have so many young ladies. I had so many young ladies in the car, on their phone. They didn't know each other. Different rides, different places. The conversations on the phone were always the same. And I told her, you're not respecting me. You're not And I told her to tell him, I need to be respected. All about respect this, respect that, respect. That's the whole conversation about not being respected. And I'm thinking, and you're here with me, and you're not respectful to me.
Because they're not.
So I'm thinking, how are so many young women from their teens to their mid-20s having conversations on their cell phones about, he didn't respect me, she didn't respect me, you got to respect me, and you're not respectful. Because that's another problem we have is people want, I need to be respected, people got to respect me. Yes. Absolutely. And you also
Have to do the same.
They also need to realize.
They need to realize one thing is, buy a mirror, stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself, who am I that people have to respect me, but I don't have to respect other people?
Yeah.
Oh, they'll never do that.
No. They will when they get older.
Yeah, people will. Well, not
When they get
everybody,
older.
but
But they have to realize the respect is earned, too.
But it amazes me to have so many different people in the back seat, young women in the back seat, having the same conversation on their cell phones. You can record one. You can record one of the conversation. Just tell the person, listen, you don't even have to waste your time on the conversation.
This is what's going to happen.
I recorded the last one. Yeah. Just use this. Play this. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, I know that. I already know that. I don't. That doesn't happen with young men. It's young women. It's this. Ladies, I'm a father of 3, as I said. You gotta grow. Get off of these ridiculous conversations you have that are so trivial. Better your lives, better yourselves. Here's another comparison. This is all from the share ride experience. I dropped off a young lady.
Rideshare.
Rideshare. What did I say?
Share ride.
Share ride? Okay. Must be my.
You've been off.
It's my.
Have some more caffeine.
I the coffee made me a little jittery. The caffeine, I think, soda's a little better. So I drop off this young lady at the hospital. We talked the whole way, and she said, "Yeah, I work in the emergency room." And I'm like, "Oh wow, that's busy." She goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "But you know what? It's." And she said, when she works weekends, it's like it's nonstop. Side note here. We need to respect our nurses for the work they do, because you know what? These people, male and female, it doesn't matter, work their butts off. And John and I have experience with that with our parents when they were in the hospital. The great nurses we had, that just amazing people. So here's this young lady who loves her job. She works in the emergency room. That's where she always wanted to work. I had another young lady in the car. She was going to school for nursing. She told me the only problem she had with it, she didn't like people. She didn't like touching people, but she's doing it because she knows she's going to make money.
And she wants to be a nurse. She wants to be a nurse, but she doesn't like people. She doesn't like touching people.
But money. She's going to make money.
How'd you like to have her as a nurse? Wouldn't that be great?
I told that story when my dad had one of those and I kicked her out of the room.
Yeah.
Ladies, young ladies,
you're in the
young
wrong
ladies,
field.
Focus on bettering your life. Get off the gossip. Get off of, he's not respecting me, and I told him, and I said this, and I said that, and I said, get off of that. Man, you're just wasting your time. Go work on yourselves and better yourselves and your future.
Otherwise, you're going to end up a lonely
so much
cat
more
lady in your
happiness.
40s.
But you'll
Just
find
wasting
so
your time.
much.
And you know, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying you'll find so much more happiness than spending all this time focusing on the bad when you could be happy.
And it's not just that. Is you need this time as a young person to get where you want to be. You need this time. This is your investment time, right? Like this is when you're getting an education. You're doing it for your future. You need this time now for your future. Not for this gossip, waste of time crap.
What changed everything was cell phones.
Cell phones, absolutely.
It changed everything.
Absolutely.
I
you know
agree.
what? If it wasn't for cell phones and you're doing Rideshare, I said it right that time.
Yeah.
And someone's in the car with you, they don't have a cell phone. They don't exist. They're probably going to talk to you.
Most likely.
Social skills will be better with the
Social
kids.
skills will be better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they'll probably actually interact with you.
Yeah.
We have a generation.
With social media, texting.
We have a generation that is so glued to their phones
Boy,
that there could be another human being right there.
don't even exist.
They don't even know that it's like that person doesn't even exist. I got to get this text out.
Yeah.
I got to chew this person out. I got to chew that person out. I mean, people on their cell phones watching videos or whatever in the back seat.
People.
Yeah, it's different. They're entertaining themselves.
Yeah.
But these people that gossip and oh hell no.
They watch movies on their I never understood that. I mean, we're getting off track here. I am, but how somebody can watch a movie on their phone. I guess it's just I don't understand that. I guess unless
you have a big flat screen in your house.
Well, yes, if you have that's what I'm talking about. But they'll do it. I mean, like at lunchtime or something, you want to see something. I get that. You know, if you're at work or something. But I just don't know how people.
Or if you have
a TV at home.
Oh, yeah.
No, but if you have a TV at home, why are you watching a movie
because they're
on your?
amazed they can do it on their phone. It's like,
they're just it's just so natural to them.
amazing.
It's just
but you're not experiencing.
I have a solution that will probably never happen, because parents are giving 5-year-olds phones, iPhones, expensive shit.
It's probably to keep them quiet so that they have gadgets.
So here, you want a phone? Here's a flip phone. You can talk and text on it. When you want a good phone, you're going to have to work for it.
No, because the kid will go to school and the other kids have a better phone.
Yeah.
And the parents will be like, oh, no, that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
So what?
No, that's not. A little so-and-so, my friend has a better phone than me. Well, we're going to take care of that. We're going to take care of
it's
that.
all about keeping up with the Joneses.
When we got our cars, our dad made us pay for our cars. We had to work it off.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
Well, it shows
No
you.
problem with that.
Hey, my first car cost me $200. Well, actually $290 with a repair.
Mine was, I think, $1,000 or $2,000. That
Should
was
have kept it too.
It was a good car.
You guys finished with the car?
we got a little off track there.
So So I want to get back to the rideshare because obviously we didn't have enough time the first episode to talk about everything.
Get it out.
But the patterns, again, as I mentioned the first episode, I mentioned earlier, the patterns are amazing. When you can predict. That is the great thing about patterns. Good thing about patterns in our own lives as well, right? Oh, I've had this pattern. This hasn't worked for me. I've been drinking too much. Drug addiction. I got to break that pattern because you see the results of your pattern. Mental illness. I'm isolating myself. I feel alone. I heard on the radio, might have been today or yesterday, specifically talking about the problem in this country with loneliness.
Oh, it's big.
With loneliness. If you are so hung up on your phone and you cannot speak to a person that's literally
right beside you,
18 inches away from you because you have to be on your phone instead, and then you're lonely. If you don't hang out with friends anymore, or you never did, young people, because you come home from school and you get on your computer or your phone. That's your interaction. Computer.
Yeah, and your friend next door, you're texting each other.
Well, they're doing it to them. They're doing it to themselves.
And then there is a loneliness crisis that leads to depression.
The parents
it leads
are to blame.
To suicide. It leads to a lot of mental issues. Being lonely. I see this. I see these young people cannot carry out a conversation. They don't know what to say. They don't know. Some of them barely know how to say hello. They're not even comfortable with that. And there are some that, oh, hi, how are you? Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
You can have
hi,
good
this, hi,
conversations,
that. Even if it's not a long conversation, they even at least know how to greet you. There are people I've met, I've seen, don't even know how to greet you. No social skills whatsoever.
No, it's getting worse.
And to me, it's not here attacking. It's saying this leads to other things down the road.
Yeah, open up your eyes here.
Now, of course, with the pandemic, a lot of people have worked from home, no longer going to the office. Young people have come into the workforce. They know remote work. They got into it remotely.
Yeah.
It's not only new to them, it's now all they know. It's not healthy. And I've like I said, I've seen this through doing the rideshare. And I can see it. I can see the patterns. I can see how so many people are the same. And it's scary. It's scary. It's upsetting. And then you have, look at all the violence we have with young people, school shootings, this and that, because they're what? They're outsiders.
Yeah.
They don't have friends. They don't have friends.
That's typically what they are.
There could be other issues as well, of course. But they're lonely.
Yeah.
They don't have friends. They don't interact. Because young people, we're losing that. We're losing social skills.
Got it. You got to put those phones
Communicating
down.
with one another. Hanging out.
Try a conversation.
I don't mean hanging out. Going to play ball. Just doing stuff together outside.
Just socialize.
Socialize.
Yeah, like in the old days, you knew where all the neighborhood kids were by where all the bikes were parked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have conversations.
I was always outside, but yeah.
Not text, and young ladies not text about, she didn't respect me, he didn't respect me, and I told him, if you don't respect me, just get off of that.
Yes.
Get off of that. This is your investment time. Invest in yourself, so you have a future.
As they used to say, get a life.
Well, but this is the time you invest in yourself.
Work on yourself.
Get your education.
As we all
have to
do
to better your life. All right, folks.
Great.
Well, just want to finish up on that subject from last time, and just
take care.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate the support. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. And we just wish everyone well, and we'll talk to you again very soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.